Okay, so once again, welcome everyone and welcome to the live show. So briefly, I just want to share with you, okay, how you can actually claim an airdrop that is currently going on Bybit. And this is just for new users, all right? This is just for new users. So I'll just go ahead and share my screen, okay, so that I'll share with you how to claim this ongoing airdrop. All right. Now, for those of you who sign up with random links and all of that, okay, you will not be able to claim this airdrop. Okay. So you need to sign up with the link provided. All right. If you're in my community, you need to sign up with my affiliate link. If you are in any other, Bybit affiliate community, okay, for instance, if you're in Aka's community, you need to sign up with his affiliate link to be able to claim this airdrop. All right. So it is $100 USDT position airdrop, and it is for BTC. All right. So basically what this means is that if you come in here and register to claim, once you register, you need to make a deposit of at least $100. All right. That $100 you're depositing into your account, you will not use it to trade. Okay. You can use it to do whatever you want, but you must allow that $100 to be in your account for 7 days, because if you withdraw it immediately, then this airdrop will not be valid. All right. So once you make a deposit of $100 into your account and you verify your account, then you can come into this link or go to your reward hub, okay, on your Bybit app, go to the reward hub and you'll see where it says claim the $100 USDT position airdrop. Immediately it takes you to the official interface. So once it takes you there and you click on use, it will ask you to either go long or go short on BTC. If you are doing this, I will advise that you ask questions, okay, on the Telegram to know whether you are to go long, if you don't know what you're doing, right? Whether you are to go long or to go short. Alternatively, you can just click on either long or short and close the trade immediately. All right. Once you click on either long or short and close the trade immediately, Bybit will automatically deposit $10 into your official trading account. So that $10 that was used as margin with a 10x leverage to trade, to claim this position airdrop, will be deposited into your official trading account. And you can now start using that $10, okay, to start trading. And whatsoever profit you make from that $10, I've done this severally where I've shown you how some persons will open this trade and instantly they will make $20. I saw somebody who actually moved $10 to $200. All right. So you can actually move this money to as whatever you want to. You can grow it, and whatever profit you make from it, it is 100% yours. Okay. So if you're a new user, you don't have a Bybit account, you've not been using Bybit, you can actually claim this. You are not risking your own personal money in trading. So you use their own money and start, trading, and whatever profit you made from this, you can keep 100% of it. So at the claim of the airdrop, it is only BTC you'll be able to either open long or short position. But once you close the trade immediately, you can now use that $10 that Bybit is giving to you to trade any other token of your choice. For those of you who are good scalpers and all of that, if you don't know how to scalp, maybe you need to consult God's will, okay? He does that a lot. I've seen that guy move $10 in a day, or I think it was in 2 days actually, all right? I've seen him move or $10 to around $300 something dollars. All right. I've seen that guy move $100, okay, to $12,000 in less than a week. Okay. So there are people who are just good at that scalping. That is why crypto is good. So it's there always to give you, that chance to make profit. So claim this airdrop and use the free money to start trading. If you come in here and you come in with your greed and fear, you will lose the money. All right. If you come in here and you come in with greed and fear, you will lose the money. Some of you just want to do trading for the sake of trading. Okay. You just want to try it. Guys, if you need to survive in this space, you need to learn the basics. All right. You need to know what you're doing, and you need to be intentional whenever you are going into trade. Nobody just rush and go into business. If you think business is just done by just waking up and say, oh, today I want to sell okrika, go and ask the Igbos how business is done. That is why you see all these, how do they call them? Is it apprentice or one boy? Okay, they can serve a master for 10 years, some for 5 years, and all of that before they are settled. And when they are settled, for those who know what they are doing, you see them equally excelling in that business, in that line of business. The same thing applies to crypto trading. If you come in here and you just jump in, and out of fear because you don't want to lose money, or out of greed because you want to make the whole money in the world today, then you will never, ever prosper in this space. Okay. So aside the knowing how to buy, knowing when to sell, knowing how to put stop loss and all of that, all right, you need to be overcome those psychological error of greed and fear that a lot of persons make in this space. Once you're able to overcome that, all right, once you're able to overcome that, I think it was during the Zoom meeting that one of the books that is recommended for to deal with your psychology and all of that is Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. And my boss shared the audio of that book here with us. Okay, so make sure you go through that. If you are lazy about it, then I wonder what you're doing here. Trading is not for lazy people. Okay, trading is not magic. Trading is not for those who want to turn their $10 into millions of dollars in a day. It doesn't work that way, guys. All right, you must follow everything step by step. All right, so with that being said, let's go into the chart. Okay, if you have contributions, questions, and all of that, you can always use the comment section or just indicate by raising your hand, and you'll be allowed to do that. All right. So I'll look at my chart, look at some of the tokens that I'm looking at currently. Okay. And then my boss will equally share his own chart and share with us the tokens that he is equally looking at the moment. Okay. So with that being said, if you are joining via YouTube, okay, just use the comment section to ask your questions. And if you are on the Zoom, okay, equally use the comment section or just raise your hand by asking and making, by raising your hand, so that will give you the option to, ask a question. Currently, I'm looking at the rate, okay, rate token, that is RAD, and I'm on the 4 hours time frame. So I'm looking for long on this particular trade. Okay, as you can see, my Fibonacci retracement tool that I drew here, I have the golden level somewhere around here. But this support area around here, okay, the support area around here, which is around 50%, this green line you see here is my 50% zone on the Fibonacci retracement tool, okay? And then that is lining up with this support very well. You can see those rejection at those area, and currently we are sitting at the 382 area. So I would like to, take trades from here to the upside. Okay, so if I get this token come back down again to reject at this support area, then I'm looking at taking a trade to that upside. With that in mind, guys, I'm equally having this area here in mind, but beneath that area at the 782, we have another support. All right, so I equally want to have this in mind. And basically the way I play this, okay, first, if I use my long position tool and come in here that I'm going to enter a long trade, okay, I'm targeting this high there, which is at that $2.1, okay? If I decide to take this trade and put my stop loss beneath this area, okay? If I put my stop loss beneath this area, that will be around 7.8%, okay? That's what I'm risking. That is if I'm entering this trade from here. But you know why I should put my stop loss beneath that area? I'm going to use the Bybit scale, order type, all right? And what that Bybit scale order type allow me to do, I've been talking about this before even Bybit introduced that scale order type, right? Where you have, let's say you have $50 you want to enter a trade with, instead of going all in when the market gets down here, we want to pay attention to this in case there are, swing failures in the market and all of that, or liquidity grabs and all of that, okay? We want to, secure, be a part of that trade without losing our money. Okay, so what the scale order type will allow me to do, I'll just explain this once and then we'll continue, okay? What it will now allow me to do is it will allow me to, I have a trade here, okay? That is trade number one. I can have another setup around here. Let's say around that 682, which is the Fibonacci 2, okay? I can have another buy here. I normally use the 5 order, okay? I can have another buy down here. So at the end of the day, if all of these orders are triggered, okay, if all of these orders, because I'm bullish on this token, that's why I'm doing this. If all of these orders are triggered, then at the end of the day, my average entering price would be, let's say, somewhere around here. All right. If all of them are triggered, if the 5 orders are triggered, my average entry will be around here. Okay. When my average entry is around there, remember, it was 7% before, but this time around, we're just risking 3%. Okay. So that 3% could be 3% of the $50 that you've ended up entering the trade with, $20 you've ended up entering the trade with, or your $5 or your $10. All right. So from here, if the market start going up, we don't need to wait for the market to get here before we are in profit, because our average price is here. Once we go above this yellow line here, we're already in profit. All right. So if you don't understand the jargon I'm speaking right now, don't worry. Okay. Just gradually go try out that scale order type with a demo account, and you'll be able to understand what I'm saying. All right. So here I'm looking for a long trade on red. Okay, I'm looking for YouTube. Just use the comment section. Okay, use the live chat section to make your contributions. All right. So if you understand how the scale order type works, that is what I'm going to use to enter this trade. All right, and basically, if this works out, then this will give me maybe like a 1 to 2, a 1 to 3 risk reward, and all of that. Okay. So the other one I'm equally looking at few tokens that I'm looking at actually. But let's look at API 3. Yeah, API 3 USDT. Let's look at that too and see what we currently have. Yeah, so always go to the 4 hours time frame. And yeah, so basically for API 3, I'm equally bullish on this. Okay, I'm equally bullish on this. I can go ahead and pick my trend line. Let's say, from this week here, take it up there. You see that we're respecting that trend line very well. So I'm looking at picking this token right here. Okay, I'm looking at picking this token right there. So if I go either to the 1 hour, 30 minutes, or even to the 15 minutes time frame, okay, I'm looking at taking a long on these two. All right. I'm equally looking at a long setup on this trade. So I can be targeting that area up there. Okay. If you target this far, then know that this trade can take a week or two, a day or two to play out, okay? Because it won't just play out in one day. All right. It won't just play out in one day. And always, if I want to use the scale order type, I can equally push this down there. All right, just push it below this low here. That's what I'm looking at. In case this swing down here and go up, that's what I want to be looking at playing at, right? So all of the tokens that I'm looking at, I'm actually looking at buys. All right, I'm looking at buys right now. But for this, maintaining this trend line here is equally a good setup for me. All right, if we get that rejection then back up, I'm going to be taking a trade to the upside. To play safe, you can equally bring in another trend line and then plot it from up here. Once we break out of that area there, then that could be a good setup for you to start entering a trade to the upside. So what I would basically be looking at is, let's say we'll break out of this and then come back and still use our major support, our major trend line here as a support, then that can equally be a good area to start taking a long trade to the upside. Okay. The other token I've been following up over the weekend is Unction. Okay, so I've been scalping Unction, and I think I still see potential for this token going up. All right, I still see potential of this token going up and all of that. So if I look at the higher time frame, like the 8 hours time frame and all of that, let me just remove this previous drawing tools and all of that. Okay, so I still see Unction going higher and higher and higher. Okay, so basically what I'm looking at is, if Unction can actually break, above this level, right? Let me use this ray 2. Yeah. If Unction breaks above that area, this is on the 8 hours time frame, okay? But I'm still looking for longs, okay? I'm looking for longs around this area of 20. Initially, I was looking at that $21 level, but I want to put my entry for long from this area of $20, okay? So 20, I'm looking at that $20 to 20.1 for a long trade, all right? I can be scalping this, but if we do have that breakout and this moves up there, I don't mind. It can equally be a good area to enter a long trade. So for Unction, this is basically what I'm looking at. If we get that thing there to around that, let me go to the 4 hours time frame and see what's happening here. Yeah, so my 8 hours is here, okay, 4 hours is down here, so we're still at that 4 hour support level, all right? But if we break and come down to this area, I want to take a trade to the upside, all right? That's basically what I'm looking at for Unction, and I have to take this below, because if it gets down here, I'm equally going to add more to my position. Then anything below that area, I no longer want to be in that trade and all of that, all right? So that is for Unction, okay? That is for Unction, and few other tokens. Okay, I've been telling you to hold Ethereum, so let's look at it as well. Let's look at it as well and see what's going on currently with the trade. So many stuff here, so let me remove all of this. Yeah, so Ethereum is still going well, right? Ethereum is still going well. I'm still I don't know. I still believe this thing can go higher, right? I still believe Ethereum can go higher. And once Ethereum start pumping and all of that, then expect all of your favorite altcoin to start pumping. All right. Most especially the layer two related project, ARB and all of and the likes. Okay, be expecting them to be going up and all of that. So Ethereum, I'm still bullish. If you're not holding a long trade already, then you can start looking for long. The chances of Ethereum getting down. Let me go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay. The chances of Ethereum getting down to, I don't know, today is Monday, to 2,400. I'm not sure yet, but if we get to 2,400, okay, you could be opening more of a long trade. But if we do get down to that 2,450, 2,480, that could equally be another opportunity for you to start opening a long trade. Okay, that could equally be an opportunity to open a long trade. If Ethereum gets down there, I'm ready to add more to my position. All right, my stop loss is just around 1,200 and all of that. So if it gets down, I'm ready to add to my position until it goes below 2,200. Okay, until it goes below 2,200, that is when I no longer want to enter a trade for Ethereum. Okay, yeah. So basically, that's what I'm looking at, and then other tokens and all of that. So, okay, Nafew. Yes, you can unmute yourself, Nafew. Okay, go ahead and unmute yourself and ask your question. Yes, Nafew, I can see your hands up. If you want to ask a question, go ahead and unmute yourself, okay, and ask your question if you want to. All right.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
I don't know if I can actually claim the reward. I don't. My account is not new actually. I don't know if I can claim the reward.
No,
That's why.
the stuff is for new persons, okay? The reward option. This thing is it will end in was it in 22 days, okay? It will end 22 days from now. So it's actually for new users. All right. It's for new users, so you can't claim the reward. I don't know when you registered your account, but this is for new users who started registering on Bybit, I think starting from last week. Okay. So if you have registered before the day this thing started, then you will no longer be able to claim the reward. So it's basically for new users right now. Okay. Yeah. So you can't claim the reward. Okay. Yeah. AK, if you are ready, okay, you can actually go ahead and share your screen and let us know what you're looking at. Let's see what we're looking at for the week and all of that, and how to take advantage of, you know, all of that in the market. So if you are ready, you can share your screen too to let us know. Okay. So okay. Who is requesting for recording? Yeah, go ahead, boss.
If yeah, if I'm the one recording. Good morning, good morning, good morning,
Morning.
good morning, everyone here. Happy New Year to everyone here, because I think this is our first session for the year.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone had a good holiday period here. So back to the grind. So let me share my screen. Um yeah, there's so much going on as always. Um even though maybe we've not had we know the market is pretty much still bullish in my opinion, even though we've not had the kind of reaction that some people expected to the Bitcoin ETF news. So I personally, my sentiment is that the Bitcoin ETF is something that is very, very bullish for the market, because even from the amount of inflow that the Bitcoin ETFs have, the companies trading the ETFs have recorded. They've recorded, I think, over $1 billion worth of volume in just like less than a week of ETF being commencing. So yeah, so it was very big news for the market, but like we always say, the market doesn't always react how everyone expects it to react, right? So yeah, so we saw a small move to the upside somewhere around 49K. and then we saw a dump back to even back to 41K. So so let me just start by looking at Bitcoin. Um, so we zoom out to the 1 day chart. This is the 1 day chart. We zoom out to the 1 day chart. You can see that where the where the pump, where the rejection happened, is like it's a very, very big resistance level at somewhere around 48K, between 48K to 50, 49, 50. Yes, so there was a rejection, but then the rejection still took us within the range that we've been trading in for a while. So personally, I don't foresee anything making BTC to dump below this 40K level. And as long as we are still around this 40K level, we are just consolidating and getting set for another leg up, right? So we are just consolidating, gathering um, liquidity and momentum, however you want to put it, for another leg up. So yeah, I think BTC is still very cool. The price action is still very normal and um, very consistent, right? There's no cause for panic, right? Because a lot of people expected that with ETF news will just fly, keep flying, fly above 50K, fly to 60K, fly to all-time high. Like the market almost never does what everybody expects it to do. That's just something to keep in mind, right? So this morning I'm actually on the BTC long. So if you look at this level that it touched, right? It touched 41K here, it touched 41,700. So we're just seeing from here, we're just seeing higher highs, right? Higher lows, sorry. We're seeing higher lows. And actually we are seeing higher highs here. If you look at, let me draw this. Um, yeah. So if you look at this, we are seeing this is a higher high, 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 right? So this is a low, this is a higher low, this is another higher low. So I'm expecting a big upward movement soon, as long as we keep consolidating within this range. So I think I shared the signal this morning, right? Because this support that it keeps bouncing on is is a very key level. And the fact that it hasn't really gone below this level also just tells me that here we are just consolidating and getting primed for a very big move. Yeah. So I'm on a long on BTC, that's one. What other thing? What other thing? Yeah. So let me talk about TIA. So TIA is something I've been very bullish on since last year. Anyone that has always been joining the Zoom calls, our Zoom calls would remember that I've been bullish on TIA ever since, right? I've been bullish on TIA ever since. So I think when we're talking about TIA late last year, in late December, I was always around 11, 12, um, 13, 14, when I was screaming that everyone should buy TIA, not just hold TIA on futures, but also hold TIA on spot. There's a lot of reasons why we are seeing so much volume, um, so much momentum from TIA, because like it's is one of the key tokens of the modular blockchains and the Cosmos ecosystem, right? So we are seeing that most new projects, new rollups, whatever, new protocols that are launching on the Cosmos ecosystem are actually delegating some of their tokens, right? They are allocating some of their tokens to tier stakers. That's those who are staking tier. So this is seeing a lot of buys, right? A lot of people are buying tier to stake because this is just like a way to get free airdrops. They're like right now there are maybe 6, 7, maybe even up to 10 new protocols or blockchains or whatever that have announced that they are allocating part of their supply, right? Part of their supply at their TGE to their stakers. So obviously, like this will keep happening. Those that are staking TIA will keep receiving free airdrops all through this year, right? So obviously the number of people staking tier, because everybody now wants to get these free airdrops, number of people staking this tier will keep increasing. So that's just one of the few reasons why we keep seeing the rise in price action of tier. So from where we're trading it before, 15, 14, 12, 13, we've seen it fly up. Right now is at 20. So I'm still pretty bullish on it because if you look at the charts, right? If you look at the charts since inception, like this token has been so bullish. Like it has been very, very, very bullish. So I really don't see anything stopping it from being bullish. There's still so much upside. And yeah, so if you want to buy it on spot, yeah, someone asked earlier in the chat box that we should list 5 tokens to buy on spot. So the number one token I'm going to list for you to buy on spot is TIA, right? Those who bought it when I think I called it like you guys should get it around, it was $11 then. So if you bought it then, you're literally 100% up on your investment. You made times two of your money. But if you haven't gotten it yet, I still don't think it's late because of the upside, right? Like if you bought it and you staked it, if you staked it, you're getting rewards in terms of airdrops, and your tier is also increasing. If you bought 5 tier, it would now be worth almost double of what you bought, right? So that's like a win-win situation. So if you haven't gotten tier, um I would advise you to buy some, even if it's five, maybe just $100 worth here. That should be around 5 tier. So just buy it, send it to your Leap wallet or your Kepler wallet, and you hold it there and you stick it there with some validators, whatever. Yeah, so yeah, that's one thing. So another token that I'm looking at is Say. Say is another one that I'm really bullish on, right? Because over time, I think maybe late last year, they started to get some traction and hype from um Twitter, Reddit, all the normal crypto platforms, right? It's a layer one blockchain. And we've noticed that since late last year, with um as the market started going up, right? A lot of layer ones are doing very well. So layer ones like Solana, um, Ethereum picked up really big this year. Um, ING, saw we saw AVAX do really well, and Aptos, even Sweet. So we've just been seeing a lot of layer ones do really well, even and then Say. So Say is something I'm really bullish on because like they are building a lot of cool stuff, and if you look at the project that backed them, that they raised funds from, you see that these are like some really, really big guys in the crypto ecosystem. So it's not a coincidence that they are backing Say. And the fact that Say has been getting a lot of traction, they've seen some upward movements, as you can see from charts, like it was around 0.2 dollars just around, this is 17th December, right? So say 17th December is barely a month and it has gone up over 300%.
Boss, are you there or is it from my end?
That should like top over it has gone up over 300% basically, because from 0 point somewhere around 0.2, $0.22 to right now is 0.71. So yeah, so it's a very good token to trade on futures because I noticed that it's volatile. When it pumps like really hard. Um, when it dumps, yeah, kind of. But you just have to get in at key levels. So this is just this is a setup I've been looking at this morning. Yeah, I'll probably get to enter somewhere around 0.64. I would share this in the Telegram channel so you can also get on this. So I'm looking to get in somewhere around 0.64 51 between 0.63 to 0.66, right? So my stop loss just below 0.57, right? Below this, um, yeah, below this level. So, because when I look at it, when I look at the, yeah, let me look at this. So when I look at this, I see that this level is, yeah. So I don't see it going below this, um 0.57 level. So I'll just look to enter around here, and then I would look to hold, right? Although I would take partial profits at these levels marked blue on chart, I'll take partial profits here. But my final profit would be somewhere around, I expect say to get to $1, right? I expect say to get to $1, just like I expected TR to get to $20. And like I always say, these things might not happen within a day, might not happen within a week, might not even happen within 2 weeks, but it will happen, right? So this is a position I would look to hold till it gets to $1. So obviously my TP is not at $1. My TP is at 0.98 because so just the way traders always think, like nobody really ever wants to, you don't really ever want to set your profits at $1 on the dot, because before it gets to $1, a lot of people are expecting it to get to $1, and a lot of people would want to take profits at $1 or before $1. So you might set your TP to $1 and it gets to 0.995 or 0.9992 or something like that. So just to be safe, I always just set my take profit a little below $1, so 0.98. So yeah, this is a trade that I think I'm really confident about this trade. It would dump, it's at 0.72, but yeah, this is a key level. So it would almost certainly come back to this key level. And if it bounces off, yeah, that would be great. And then yeah, so say is another one I'm looking at. Also, if you're looking for something to buy on spot, say is a really good option because yeah, this is really just the beginning. Say it's something that could easily get to $2, $3, $5, right? In the peak of the bull run, we could even see it get to as high as $10, right? So just keep your eyes on say, and I would, like I said, I would share this setup in the channel, in the Telegram channel. So another thing I'm looking at trading this morning is LDO. LDO. Yeah, LDO. So LDO has been making some big moves in recent days. Yeah, so I've been keeping my eyes on it. And yeah, so this is a setup I've looked at this morning. So I've not yet dropped it on channel, but I will drop it on channel for everyone. So this is a key 618 level where I set my stop loss around 3 points. 3.2 dollars, and my entry is around $3.32, and my $3. Yeah, so this is something I really have my eye on. It has been bullish like for a pretty long while. We've seen from 19th or 18th December, this token was around 2.1, right? So it was around 2.1, and now it's like 3.8. So This is almost like double, right? This is getting to double. Once it gets to like $4, it's almost double of what it was at, and this is in less than a month. So we are seeing massive pumps from a lot of tokens. Although to some people it seems like the market is stagnant, but yeah, um, a lot of the thing is, even when Bitcoin is consolidating, like we've seen that for the last so this since somewhere around beginning of December, BTC has been consolidating within this range of 40K, $40,000 to 45K, and then even got to 49K. But the thing is, with BTC consolidating within this range, there are altcoins, right, that are doing really well. There are altcoins that are bullish. So the idea is, while BTC is consolidating, if you want to trade, just look for altcoins that are bullish and trade them because they would be giving you major profits. There are altcoins that have done even times two already, like X to 200%, maybe even 300%. We just saw Say, right? We saw Tia, right? And LDO has done maybe 150%. So there are other altcoins. The thing is just to keep your eyes on the right coins, right? On the right assets. So you're not just trading randomly, because if you're just trading random stuff, you're probably not making profits. The market looks stagnant to you as BTC is just within a level, but then if you're trading the right tokens, you're making like a ton of profit. So yeah, okay, I think I just showed you guys LDO. So we'll go to Arbitrum. So yeah, Arbitrum is something to keep your eyes on, especially on spot. So like I just said, if you look at Arbitrum charts, 18th December, Arbitrum was $1.06. So this has done over 200%. Yeah, within this is less than a month as well. So if you've been trading Arbitrum, you would have made a lot of profits. If you had Arbitrum on spot, it's also not late to get Arbitrum on spot. So for the person that asked least five tokens to invest in, I mentioned TIA earlier, and then I mentioned C. That's two. And then the third one I would mention is Arbitrum. So there was a day in December or earlier this year. I don't know if it's been consistent, but for that particular day, um, the TVL for Arbitrum, that's the traded volume on Arbitrum for that day, exceeded Ethereum and every other layer too, right? Every other layer too, that's ZK Sync, Linear, Arbitrum exceeded all of them. So we are seeing a lot of growth, right, in that um, ecosystem, the app ecosystem, with shitcoins, with lending and borrowing protocols, with just a lot of DeFi stuff. And so obviously that means there's a lot of volume going on there. So Arbitrum is one to keep your eyes on. I would not really be surprised if we come back in the next 1 month and Arbitrum is at $5. Or if you come like in the peak of the bull run and Arbitrum is at 10, 15, $20, I would not be surprised at all. So we saw OP have this kind of growth. We saw OP have this kind of growth from one was trading at almost 1 point something dollars. As at October, right? OP was somewhere around $1.17. And you saw how it kept growing and kept growing. And now it's even got to over $4, right? So so these Ethereum layer twos are stuff you really need to keep your eye on. Even OP, right? Although it has been consolidating because it had a major move from somewhere around 2.18 to over $4. So obviously, when something has that kind of massive move, it would consolidate. But when OP is done consolidating, we would obviously see another big move to over $5, right? These things are just programmed. These things are things that you know will happen. It's just about catching them at the right time. So if you don't want to risk missing out on them, my advice would be just buy some of it on spot and hold, right? Because with futures, you might not get the exact time when they are going to make that big move. But if you just get them on spot and hold them, right? Yeah. So like I was saying, so Arbitrum and OP are two Ethereum layer tools that you need to keep your eyes on. So if you see Arbitrum is already getting set for a big move, for another move to somewhere around 2.4. And I don't know if I want to trade it right now. I don't really like to trade tokens that have seen a lot of pumps in the short term. Although since the last pump, it has kind of consolidated. But if I want to trade it, I'll be looking at something like this. Yeah, I'll be looking at something like this, but I don't know if it's going to come down to my entries already. It's already flying up. So yeah. So Arbitrum is one to keep your eyes on, especially like in terms of holding on spot, right? Yeah. So let me move on to some other token. I don't know if there's a question. Okay. Someone said, please drop the name of the wallet to stake these coins. Leap Wallet or Kepler Wallet. Yeah, so you can stake your tier either with Leap Wallet or with Kepler Wallet. So yes. So yeah, we looked at the three I've recommended so far to get on spots are Tier, Say, and Arbitrum. So so another one I've been looking at, and I think I mentioned it since last year, is KDA, right? Cadena. So Cadena is a layer one. It's actually a layer one blockchain, right? So it has massive potential for a move from here. So the last bull run, Cadena got to $20, right? And then I think when we were talking about it last year, it was even somewhere around, because you can see this big move was just 23rd December when it went from 0.78 up to 1.6. That's almost, not almost, that's a $200, 200% move in just a few days. So I remember when we were talking about Cardena last year, when I recommended it for you guys to buy it, it was somewhere around 0.6, 0.7, yeah, just somewhere around that. And you can see right now it's trading comfortably above $1, right? It's probably not going to get down to $1 for a while. Okay, maybe it will, but I don't see it going below this 0.92 resistance. Yeah, so Cadena is one that you might definitely want to get on spot, because like I said, the last bull run, it was traded as high as $20, right? So there's massive potential for Cadena, because if it goes back to its previous all-time high, you're from here, that's like an 18 to 20x if you have it on spot, right? It's also cool to trade on futures. Um, it's also cool to trade on futures. I would be looking maybe to enter somewhere around here. I don't know. I don't know if I want to trade it on futures right now, but maybe sometime in the future. Um, and then back to its local high here. Yeah, so but it's also another good asset to trade on spot, right? So let's look at MAV. I'm also looking at MAV. Yeah, I'm looking at MAV. MAV is really good to trade, especially on futures right now. I was trying to get the setup earlier, but I don't think this my setup is correct. So I would review it. I'd rather want to enter somewhere around 0.45, because there's kind of a some resistance and support around there. So yeah, so if I'm entering this, if I'm looking to enter this math position, I would wait for a small dump, so around 0.45, it's around 0.48 right now. So I wait for a dump somewhere around 0.45, and then my targets would be something like this. Yeah, so MAV is another one that has seen a massive move, because when we were trading it earlier in December, it was just somewhere around 0.2, 0.3, and now it's like it even got as high as 0.57. Massive, massive potential with MAV. Of moves last year. Yeah, I haven't really traded the lots this year, but I think it's still really cool to get on futures. Maybe not so much on spots, because um yeah, I think it might be too late to get it on spot, but it's still really cool if you want to trade it with leverage, right? Yeah, so I think I was running a setup. I would complete this and drop it. Um, I'll wait for it to get somewhere around this support here, and yeah, before I enter the position. It's actually still really good to trade. So that's something I'm looking at. Another thing that I'm looking at is Arkham. So Arkham is like something I've traded a lot. That's giving me a lot of money since December, with its up and down movements, up and down movements here. So um yeah, so I don't know if I really it's kind of looking bearish, right? It's kind of looking bearish right now. So I would just hold off on trading it for now. BLZ, yeah, BLZ. So this is something I'm really bullish on in the short term, with leverage, obviously. I've actually been on this position for a few days. I think I dropped this position in Telegram channels on, was it Friday or so? Yeah, I think Friday, and I've been holding it since then. So I don't think I got the best entry. I think my entry should have rather been somewhere around here. My entry should have rather been somewhere around here. But yeah, my entry was wrong, very wrong. But then my stop loss is still at a very good level, so I'm very comfortable holding the position, because you can see this, it's just been squeezing between these two levels. It's consolidating, and yeah, there's even a squeeze. You can see both the 50-day moving average and 200 moving average are like squeezing around this level. So really soon I'm expecting a massive move, something like this that happened on 3rd January. I'm expecting that kind of massive move to the upside, to um yeah, to take um the asset to my exit points, right? So if you haven't entered, this is still really good to enter. But although if you want to enter right now, it would be better to enter somewhere around here, right? Somewhere around here. So now, yeah, with this consolidation and this squeeze, it's going to fly up very soon. Or like, though it's very unlikely, we could see it break this resistance. But it hasn't broken this resistance all through December, came up from since it came up here. It hasn't really broken its resistance except this one time, and this was just a scam week. So I don't see it breaking this resistance. So I think this stop loss is very well in place, and we could look to trade BLZ. Yeah, BLZ is one I would recommend if you want to get on a futures trade right now. This is something that would work really well. The risk to reward ratio also, I think I like the risk to reward ratio is 11, around 11, because yeah, so I think I would share this signal in the Telegram channels as well, just for those who may want to enter into it. Yeah, so they have a clear overview. Yeah, another thing I've been trading and I'm looking at trading is PEP, right? So PEP is really bullish. Think if not for the BTC dump, it would have cleared all my targets by now. Though it came back to my entry and my stop loss, I had moved my stop loss to my entry. So it took me out, although I had already made some profit from it. So I'm just looking. I think I have an order set to re-enter, and I would share this order with you guys. I would share this position. So let me just take stock of what I said I would share. So um I think I mentioned BLZ, um PEP, LDO, and one other thing. Okay, and say so these are the four things I said um I would share the signals with you guys so you guys can enter into the trades. So yeah, this pep trade is another really good one that I expect to print. Yeah, so I'll just patiently wait for it to get down to my entry and for the trade to go from there. Um yeah, so bonk. As expected, um after the way bonk flew up around November, December. Obviously, the next thing was for it to consolidate. So there was a very, very massive pullback, right? There was a very massive pullback to um these levels. And then since then we've started to see an upward movement, right? It has started going back like to the upside. Though I don't expect it to have this kind of massive pump it had here, but it's still cool to buy, maybe on spot, even on futures, but you just have to be careful trading it on futures because you can see a lot of volatility. The bank sees a lot of volatility. But I think I can see like there could be potential for a good setup here. There could be potential for a good setup here. So I would look at it closely and maybe share a signal. I don't know. But yeah, there could be potential for a good setup here. So also keep your eyes on bonk. If you want to hold it on spot, you buy it and then send to your Phantom wallet, or you could just buy it on your Phantom wallet. You remember I mentioned last year that some of these tokens, right? Some of these assets, when you buy on spot, I would not advise you to hold it on Bybit, right? When you buy on spot, some of these tokens, try to send them to your decentralized wallets. So depending on what you're buying, right? If you're buying TI, if you're buying ING, if you're buying um yeah, those Cosmos ecosystem tokens, you hold them on your Leap or your Kepler wallet, right? Don't hold them on Bybit or Binance or any centralized exchange. Send them to your decentralized wallet. In fact, if you're holding ING, if you're holding SIA, ensure that you don't just hold them on your decentralized wallet. Ensure that you have them staked because this would now enable you to be eligible for airdrops, right? So for Bonk, when you hold something like Bonk, don't hold Bonk on your Binance or your Bybit or wherever your MEX you don't. If you have Bonk, ensure that you're holding it in your Phantom wallet. So Bonk rewarded people with airdrops of 500, 800, $1,000. I got an airdrop of $1,000, like just around, I think it was on 24th of December, right? And how many bonk did I hold? I held 1 million bonk just to qualify for the bonk mass quest. And then I did the bonk mass quest and then I got the airdrop. So if you want to really be eligible for these airdrops, ensure that you hold them. Bonk is still going to be rewarding people, right? We've seen them reward people over time since last year when they launched. Sorry, the previous year, that's 2022 December when they launched. Um, they've been giving airdrops upon airdrops upon airdrops. So the one of last year, December, that's just a month ago, less than a month ago, it came also for people who held bonk. So it's still something I would advise you. If you can hold even if it's like 20, 30, $50 worth of bunk, just buy it on your and hold it on your Phantom wallet, right? And you would probably be eligible for any quests, any upcoming airdrops, whatever that bunk are having. So you would qualify for it. So yeah, that's that for bunk. Tisa, can you help me with audio ebook? Um, I think you're talking about trading in the zone. So yeah, I would look for that. SATs. Yeah, so SATs is um something you could I'll definitely look for a good entry on SATs because it has been bullish really. I think this dump was when there's time BTC dumped and that was when it dumped, but it's been pretty consistent and hasn't dropped below this level. So it's something I've traded a few times and it has given me cool profit. Though I don't know if there's really a setup for yeah. So it's just something you could keep an eye on. Um super super this looks like a good short opportunity because I've really not been impressed with this super token since it launched. It's been pretty much bearish or consolidating. I've not seen a lot of upward momentum, right? So I think I'll be looking to short this. I think I'll be looking to short this. Um, let me see. Let's say this 0.64 level. It looks like a key level because from here we can see itself as it's been a resistance level for so long. Been a resistance level for so long here, over here, this range. So I would look to enter somewhere around there. Yeah, I would look to enter somewhere around here. And my stop loss would probably be at just above this level. And yeah, my targets, my final TP would probably be somewhere around here. Yeah, so I think I'm going to look to short this. I would also share this um signal in Telegram channels because it looks bearish to be honest. And there's I can see dead cross here with the um 50 and 200 moving averages. So, yeah. So yeah, so this is one shot. So I think these are pretty much the stuff I'm looking to trade at the moment, right? There's still a lot. Like I always say, um, just always look for assets that are bullish or bearish if you want to short. Assets that are bullish or bearish if you want to short. If you want to long, look for things that are bullish. Things that are bullish, like some of the examples I gave, ARB is bullish, ARB, SAY is bullish, TI is bullish, LDO looks bullish, LDO is bullish, KDA looks to be bullish, MAV bullish, ODI is always good for scalping and trading. Yeah, trading via futures. ACAM is something you need to keep your eyes on because when it moves, it moves like really hard. There's a lot of momentum with it. BLZ um, bullish, right? Looks bullish, potentially very bullish, potentially. Um, PEP very bullish, right? Once you see an asset and all you're seeing is like higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs. So you just know that it's bullish. So yeah, bonk, something to keep an eye on, something to hold on spot, right? And sats as well. So yeah. So these are really the things I'm looking at. Um Yeah, so someone said, please, where to keep the coins? Sia, Leap Wallet, Sia say um Leap or Kepler wallets. App, MetaMask, KDA, I really don't know. I don't know much about KDA in terms of their blockchain and their decentralized infrastructure. BLZ, I don't know as well. You could, for those ones, maybe you could hold them on Bybit, or you could do some research yourself. Per LDO, I think LDO, I'm not sure, but I would check anyways. I will check anyways. So yeah. So but here and say INJ, you can hold them in your Leap or Kepler wallet, and app you can hold it in your MetaMask wallet. I think you can also hold KDA on MetaMask, but I'm not too certain. I'm not too certain. So yeah. So that's pretty much all for me. I'm still keeping my eyes on BTC. We are already seeing, yeah, it's probably going to get to my it's probably going to get to my entry very soon. So I'm just keeping my eyes on BTC, and that would determine my other trades for the day. But like I said, for those 4 or 5 assets I talked about, I would share the signals for them so you guys can also get on the trade and can make some money today. So yeah. If you have any questions, please ask in the chat box. If not, I would hand over to my boss, Digital.
Yeah, before the questions, can you go through, is it possible to go through that process of the bond staking of a thing so that those of us who want to do it can, start looking for the airdrop? I remember you mentioned this last year. Those who joined in, staking the airdrop would have gotten the same free money with you and all of that, but none. If you can go through it again for the sake of those who are new, so that we can join. While you're going through that, somebody was asking why you're in love with the 4 hours time frame. I don't know if you have addressed that already.
Oh,
Yes. So you see a lot of traders always depending on the 4 hours time frame and all of that. Okay. Remember before crypto, forex has been stocks and all of that. Those are what people have been trading. And if you have a forex trading background, you know that in forex, okay, there are sections where people prefer. Some persons prefer the New York section, the Asian section, the London section, and all of that. All right. This is when you look at the world, right? My business hour is different from those in Asians, New York and all of that. That is exactly what happened in the forex market. So you will see a particular pair will either be, having a lot of volatility when, that particular locale is in their business hour and all of that. And the difference in most of these, geopolitical zones that you look at, okay, the time difference is always 9 hours. Okay, let's say you sleep for 8 hours or 8 to 9 hours, and then you resume activities. Okay, after those activities, you go again for the next day and all of that. So 4 hours is like the middle between the time differences, these geographic differences, okay, of 8 to 9 hours. So people are always looking at 4 hours. 4 hours is like the middle, the center of these 8 to 9 hours differences in each of these geographic areas, okay? So that's why it's the same term, it's the same strategy, it's the same trading system that is being implemented into every other thing, like the forex. So we'll bring it there. So 4 hours, a lot of traders falling in love with 4 hours, okay? So it's not as if you will just stick with the 4 hours. You can deal with every other 4 hours, but 4 hours always tell. I don't know how else to explain this, but this is just the basics. All right. This is just the basics. That's why a lot of traders use 4 hours and all of that. So there is nothing special about it. You can use any time frame of your choice. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, boss,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead with
you
it.
can use yeah, you can use any time frame of your choice, to be honest. So another reason why I just use 4 hours is because the kind of trader I am, like I wouldn't really say I'm a scalp trader. I'm not really a scalp trader. I'm more of a swing, maybe not a day trader as well, more of a swing trader. So the time frame you're using will obviously influence the amount of time that you're willing to wait for a setup to get started, for you're willing to wait for a setup to get to your exits, your take profit exits, your stop loss, whatever. So there are people that are scalp traders. So people that are scalp traders would probably be using 15 minutes time frame, or let me take out all this stuff. 15 minutes time frames, or 1 hour time frames, right? But personally, I'm not really good at this. When I use this, it doesn't work out well for me. So what I use is 4 hours, but I still utilize most of the time we are on this call. I'm not really analyzing the charts. It's just stuff I've already analyzed. I'm just trying to show you guys. So when I'm analyzing on my own, I use the 4 hour charts, but I still make reference to the 1 hour time frame, right? I still make reference to the 1 hour time frame and even the 15 minutes time frames. Because when I analyze my charts, what I now use to get my particular entry or exits are the smaller time frames, right? But it doesn't mean, so me using the 4 hour time frame, you're right, I'm almost always on 4 hour time frame. That's like my base time frame for analyzing charts. But then I also make reference to both, even the 1 day time frame. I make reference to the 1 day time frame a lot, right? I make reference to the 1 day time frame a lot. And then it just gives me an overview of what I expect to happen, what I expect these assets to do in the next few days, right? The next few days. And then when I get an idea of what I expect these assets to do in the next few days, by that time I've now cross-referenced it with what I'm seeing on the 4 hour time frame, right? Cross-reference to what I see on the 4 hour time frame. So that would now influence my final decision. Yeah. And then when I decide, okay, maybe I'm going to long this, let's say I'm going to long, when I decide I'm going to long BTC, right? Now to get my particular entry, to know where I set up my entry at, I now still have to go to the shorter time frames, like the 1 hour, because the 1 hour will tell me what's happening at in a shorter moment, right? And even the 15 minutes time frame to give me an idea of what's happening um like now in the immediate um reality, what's happening. So that will now give me a better idea of where to set up my entry for. So that's really how I analyze. But yeah, you're right. I use the 4 hour time frame basically because that's the kind of trader I am. So if you're a day trader, you see day traders, they would make more use of the 1 day time frame. You see swing traders would make more use of 15 minutes and the 15 minutes and the 1 hour time frame. So how to stake bonk. So I think what if you have bonk on your phantom, right? So um Troop.ag. So if you want to buy bonk, first of all, you need to have a phantom wallet. Yeah. You need to have a phantom wallet. So you need to have a phantom wallet. So I don't know if you can see my screen. Can you guys see this what I'm sharing, like Jupiter?
Yes, we can
Yeah.
see the Jupiter. Yeah.
Okay. So you connect your wallet here. This stuff is messing. Yeah, you connect your phantom wallet to Jupiter. So if you want to get bonk, you can swap Solana. So you would have already sent Solana from your you'd have sent Solana from maybe your Bybit to your Phantom wallet. I think I expect everyone already knows how to set up your Phantom wallet. You can just go to Phantom. Yeah, just 1 second. Yes, you can just go to download Phantom. Yeah, download Phantom. You install, download Phantom for desktop. Click on Chrome. Yeah, click on Chrome. You add to Chrome. It's already added here. So that's why you're seeing remove from Chrome. And then once you add it, it will come to your extensions and you can just select Phantom here. Once you select Phantom here, it's going to open and yeah. So so back to Jupiter. So once you go to Jupiter, you connect your wallet at the top right hand corner here. You connect your wallet, right? And then um so you have Solana here. You're probably going to have some Solana here. And then you have Bonk down here. So you select the amount of Solana you want to use to buy Bonk or whatever. I don't think I have a lot of Sol in this wallet. 0.01, whatever. So, and this will give me 69 million Bonk. So ideally, what I would advise is that you buy this should be like 0.2. Buy at least 1 million bonk. At least have at least 1 million bonk. So if you can have 5 million, you can have 10 million. It's down to you. So I think 10 million will cost somewhere around 0.7. It will cost like maybe 1.5 Sol. Yeah. So 10 million will cost like 1.5. So that's around $142. That would be a lot for some people. So really, even if it's like 1 million you can have, that's fine. So once you just swap here, Jupiter is really easy to use. So this website I'm on is juke.ag. Let me drop it in the chat box. Juke.ag. Yeah, so you just go to juke.ag and swap anything concerning Solana, can always swap on juke.ag. Then how do I stake my bonk? So with bonk, what I really do is not really staking, it's like lending, right? It's more like lending and borrowing. So you go to MarginFi, right? I would also drop the link to MarginFi in the chat box and then on Telegram. So you go to MarginFi, yeah, it's loading. So on MarginFi, you can supply bonk. So if you look here, you can see that I supplied 2.69 million bonk here, right? So when you supply, you can also borrow. It's just farming MarginFi. MarginFi is a platform, is a lending and borrowing platform. So I'm just farming their airdrops. So the fact that I bought bonk and I'm holding bonk, it makes me eligible for any potential bonk airdrops. That's one. So the fact that I am now lending my bonk on MarginFi, it now also enables me to be eligible for MarginFi potential airdrop, right? So if you look up here, you can see the amount of points I have. I have 3,000 points, right? So these 3,000 points are what is going to influence the amount of airdrop I'm going to get, right? So if you buy bonk, I would advise you to go to MarginFi. Once you go to MarginFi, you can lend your bonk as collateral. Once you lend it, you can also borrow whatever you want to borrow. You can just borrow any assets. You can borrow UXD, you can borrow Solana, you can borrow USDT, whatever. So you would be getting both lending points. If you can see from here, my total points, my global rank shows that I'm very, very low. There are over 110,000 people above me. You can see I'm getting lending points, I'm getting borrowing points, I'm getting referral points. I don't really think I have any referral points. I don't really have any referrals. So that's just another way for you to be eligible for MarginFi, MarginFi airdrop. So let me share the link. Um, Let me share the link. So if you want to if you want to lend and borrow your bonk, you can use this link. Just go to MarginFi and do that. So yeah, that's for Bonk. So for Tia and Say and ING. So this is Kepler, this is Leap Wallet, right? I mentioned that where you stake your SIA and all that stuff is in your Leap Wallet. So if you don't have Leap, you can have Kepler wallets. They both work, they are both basically the same thing. So the best thing about this Cosmos ecosystem is that this Leap Wallet is like a it's just a one-stop shop. Everything you need to do is here. So right. So what you do is just to have any of these tokens you hold in your wallet, you just come to this dashboard. So let me drop the website portfolio here. So this is the website you go to. Someone asked, can you lend without borrowing and still make your eligible for airdrop? Yes, you can lend without borrowing, but the thing is that borrowing even gets you like more points than lending does. So what you do is you lend, let's say you lend $50 worth, you can just borrow 10 or 15 or $20 worth, because there's this risk that if you lend and then you borrow too much, you might get liquidated. So it's always advisable to just don't borrow more than 50% of what you lended on MarginFi or any protocol, in fact. So yeah, so this is for this um ING, whatever. So if you come to this lower left hand corner, you can see portfolio, you can see explore, you can see staking there. So you can choose whatever you want to stake. You can search whatever you want to stake. Let's say I want to stake TIA. You can search TIA, you click on it. By that time, you have sent TIA to your Leap wallet. Once you send TIA to your Leap wallet, it would reflect here, and then you search as name of the validator. So when you're staking, there's one thing you need to be sure of. Be sure that you don't stick with any things like Binance, like Coinbase, and any of them, because most likely you would not be eligible for airdrops if you stick with them. So yeah, you just stick with any validators that have maybe 5 to 10% commission, and that's all. You enter the amount you want to stake. If it's 4 tier or 5 tier, I don't have enough. All my tier is already staked. So, and then you stake. So it's a very, very simple process, very, very straightforward. All you need to know is the website. Let me drop so it will lead you straight to staking. Um, yeah, so you just need your Leap wallet, and that's all. Right? That's all. It's as simple as that. You don't need any other website. You don't need any other platform or whatever. So as you can see here, I have like $70, just like 3.4 tier. So really anything you have to stake, like some guys were eligible for Dimension airdrop. Dimension is this new roll up. They're eligible for it by staking just 1 tier. So 1 tier right now is worth $20. Maybe when they even staked it, 1 tier was around maybe $5 to $10, and they got eligible for the airdrop. Was like worth around $1,200, and they're eligible by just staking 1 tier. That's like $20. So you can see how important it is to stake tier, right? If you're here and you are airdrops is something you're interested in, then the least thing you can do right now is to just stick tier. Because once you stick tier, it's going to make you eligible for a lot of airdrops, right? A lot of airdrops in the future. So So yeah, that's that.
Yeah. I wanted to ask, how do you know you qualify for airdrop and where exactly can you claim that? Is it
You just need to follow the right accounts on Twitter. When anytime there's an airdrop, you see a lot of people on Twitter posting about it. So even the whoever is giving out the airdrops, they are going to post it on their official account. Then other people are going to post it like, okay, this airdrop is coming on, check your eligibility, stuff like that. So it's just to make sure you're in the right circles, you're following the right accounts. And maybe going forward, I would also try to post any airdrops that are coming up. I'll try to post them like for people to check their eligibility. I'll try to post them in the Telegram channel as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I think that's all I have for today. Yeah, I mentioned that I created a WhatsApp group for um airdrops for those interested in airdrops because I didn't want to spam the Telegram channels with too much airdrop information. It can be very overwhelming. So I created a WhatsApp group for that. So maybe let me share the link to the WhatsApp group in in the chat section. So anyone who is interested in airdrops can try to join me. Yeah, just give me a second.
All right. So while that is going on, guys, if you have questions, okay, go ahead and ask your questions right now. Ask your questions. All the sectors will be sent to the Telegram. So if you're not on Telegram, for those of you who are on YouTube, you can join Telegram with the link in the video description. Okay. And yeah, that's it. If you have questions, go ahead and ask your questions, okay?
So does anyone have any more questions? Yeah, so it seems we don't have any more questions.
Yeah, if there are no questions, I think we call it a day. Okay, I have Chocoline. Let me see. Yeah, go ahead and unmute yourself. Chocoline, you have the floor. Go ahead, okay? Are you speaking? We can't hear you. Go ahead and unmute yourself.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, please. I was actually driving. If you doesn't mind, please, can you just give a brief about that tier staking he just said? Just a brief, just a little brief. That's all I need, please.
Is it how to do it or the benefits? Like what do you really want to know about?
No, the benefit, the how to do it, I will later on watch this live stream on the channel. So I just want to understand the benefit of it so that I will know if I should just start now or
Okay. So like I said, TIA is like one of the um first or one of the leading modular blockchains, right? Built with under the Cosmos ecosystem. So that is now making it to be like a lot of other modular blockchains or roll-ups that are coming up, or even just other projects coming up from the Cosmos ecosystem, even from the Ethereum and EVM ecosystem. They are like giving an allocation, right, of their supply to people who are staking tier, right? So people, when you stake these tokens, it just means like you're a contributor, right? It registers you as a contributor. You're contributing to the network, you're contributing to the blockchain. So they allocate percentages of their supply, right, to these people that are they see as early supporters or early contributors, whatever, right? So because you staking your TIA or staking your ING or whatever, staking your C, it's you're helping to make the network like stronger. You're helping generally, you're helping the network. So this is just a benefit. So these guys, TIA is like one of the hottest projects right now in the whole blockchain ecosystem. As you can see from the way it has been flying up from, so right now, as I speak, this morning I saw that there are like 7 to 11 projects that had, some of them were confirmed, some of them not yet confirmed, but they are going to be giving airdrops of part of their supply to tier stickers. And this is just, we are just, how many days? We are just 14 days into, 15 days into 2024. And just, you can just imagine that there are just three, like, I think like 2 or 3 are already claimed, they're already available to claim. Some have taken snapshots, some have not yet taken snapshots. So believe me, by the time we get to March or April or June, there will be at least 20 to 30, if not 50 projects that are coming up that would allocate part of their supply to tier stickers. So it's just a no-brainer because one, when you buy your tier, you probably bought your tier at, when I bought tier and staked was around $13. So now I staked, how many tier? I staked maybe in total, maybe 6 to 7 across my accounts. So my tier, the value of the tier I have has increased because it was $13, now it's $20. So I've made a profit on one of them. I've made a profit of $7, right? So that's like 60% increase on my investments, my initial investments. That's just separate from the amount that you're going to get from potential airdrops, right? So there's so much benefits. It's really a no-brainer because either ways, even without the airdrops, I would say TI is one of the best investments right now, the best tokens or the best assets to invest in right now. So the fact that now having that investment would now make you eligible for airdrops in the future, in the present and in the future, in fact, because even this January, I'm sure we are still going to have more projects giving out airdrops to tier stickers in February, March, like that. So one thing about the bull market is that when there's a bull market, you're going to see more projects launching their tokens. Why? Because launching your token during the bull market would enable you to raise way more liquidity than if you're launching your token in the bear market. So you saw a lot of projects launching last year, but it's not even going to be up to half of the amount of projects that are going to be launching their tokens this year. So the more projects are launching their tokens, the more projects are going to be making allocations for tier stickers. So with time, I expect that they are going to be filtering out stuff like maybe you have to have staked at least 5 tier, or maybe you have to have, some will say you have to have staked at least 10 tiers. Some will say you have to have staked since January and things like that. So that maybe they are going to, because the number of tier stickers is going to keep increasing and increasing because nobody wants to miss out on free money. So like it's the best thing is as early as possible, just try to get in on it. And yeah, you would keep reaping the rewards like as time goes on this year. So yeah, that's basically it on the benefits. Someone, Chocoline is asking if you can unmute. Yeah, you can unmute and ask your question.
Okay. Anybody who wants to unmute him, please just in
Okay,
case.
hello, sorry. About the tier you mentioned. Okay, which of the platform is advisable to stake the tier at the moment?
So I said Leap Wallet or Kepler Wallet. Leap Wallet
Okay.
or Kepler Wallet. So I
Okay.
typed it in the chat section, so you can just go through it.
And
Leap
sorry,
Wallet.
last one. How do we get any notification regarding the airdrops?
So like I said, you have to follow the right accounts on Twitter.
Hmm?
Right? You have to follow the right accounts on Twitter. But then I also said if you're in the Telegram channel, I would
Yes.
also be posting this information there.
Yes,
Like any,
that would be much
yeah,
better. That would be much better. Really appreciate it.
yeah, that's fine. I would do that as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the explanation.
No problem. Problem. So
And no, go on. I wanted to speak with the chief himself, the digital Leonard
yeah, yeah,
himself.
sure. Go on.
So, was it last year we did discuss there will be a little insights or more, let's say advice or signals regarding to spot trading. So I don't know if are we still going to be having those guide on spot trading or we are still yet to be waiting for it.
Um, okay, as you can see, guys, I'm very serious right now. I'm trying to stay bunk so that I'll get a drop. For sports signal, right? What I just advise people do is whenever you see a trade that is a long trade, okay?
Yes, yes,
And in order to avoid much mistake, that's why I just say people should try to learn, even if it is just resistance and support, trading strategy, everybody should learn, right? When you see a signal that says long and all of that, you are free to buy that token on spot and use the same take profit target levels to do your stuff, right? So if
yes,
if it gets to target one, you can sell 25% of your token. If it gets to target two, you can sell the remaining another 25. It gets to target three, you just continue that way. So any tokens that says long, and if you have an idea of a bit of technical, not even the whole technical analysis, we understand how to spot that support and resistance area. Go and look
yeah,
at the token. If it is at a support area very close, you look at the RSI, you see that RSI is equally at the close to overbought or even at the overbought area. Go ahead and buy that token. All right, and target the same take profit areas and all of that. So for every long trade, you are free to trade that on spot. The only trade you cannot take is short trades. Okay, so that's basically it. So that we don't say, okay, specifically this one is for spot and this one is not for spot. So any token you see that says long, go ahead and trade it on spot, right? I believe that is clear. So yeah, any other question?
yes. You said you were trying to stake bunk. Okay. Which of the platform for bunk? Is it still Bybit or you have another one for us?
No, now the boss just mentioned it. All these things has been mentioning here. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm doing it so that I'll be able to do like a step-by-step video.
Okay,
And
okay.
yes, you understand. So as I'm doing it now, the next thing is to do a step-by-step video for anybody who wants to. He mentioned, is it Magified? He
Yeah,
mentioned
Magnify.
Phantom. Then he mentioned
Mentioned, sorry, he mentioned what?
Magify.
Magnify.
Yeah,
I sent the
which is the
link in
one
the
I'm
chat
doing
box
right
as
now.
well.
Okay, okay. Margin five.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is the one I'm doing right now. And then the Phantom wallet too, I'm equally going to create it. So what I want to do is to create the Phantom wallet on the phone, download it on my phone. Okay. And then
Okay.
set it
Yes.
up on my phone, record it, and then show you how to do that. You can equally use that to, do all of the stakings and all of that too. Right?
All right. Yes. Okay, that's all. Really appreciate. Let me go and start looking for that here now. So, no one miss this free video. Village people don't show me paper.
Good morning, sir.
There you go. Yeah, go ahead.
Please, two questions. The first one is if if some of us already have some tier in one of these exchanges, either Bybit or Binance, uh, we can we can move it directly to the Leap wallet, or would have to uh, convert it before we now send it to the Leap wallet.
No, just if you he mentioned Kepler, then he mentioned Lib wallet. So
Yes.
any this wallet you set up, or you just move your tokens to any of those wallets, and then you can link it up to all of the relevant platforms for your staking and all of that.
Okay, so you can move your tier to any of these wallets he has said, like
Yeah.
that of tier and say he said Leap wallet or Kepler wallet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Then the second question is, for those that are good in scalping, like you said, is there any way you can recommend these people to us in the group or link them to us so that they can be dropping scalp signals on the Telegram channel for those of us that want to scalp?
They do drop signals. Okay, if you're on the group, the Telegram group chat, they do drop their signals there. So yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. It's not a problem. I will. Though the guy in question is doing in the lane work, Shebi. Now so they call their practice in the lane work, and he's a fashion designer. Though because of the festive season and all of that, they were very busy. He's under a boss and all of that. So the trading itself is what he does as his side hustle,
Oh,
right?
okay. So
Right? So whenever he has time, he's always good at that. But I will always tell him to always drop. I think a few days ago he dropped a signal, which went well on ARB or so. So yeah, I will equally reach out to him and say whenever he has time, he should do that. All right. And then
okay.
when he's finally free and all of that, I will ask him to teach you guys how he does that. Okay. I
Yes, sir.
believe he has time to always be looking at the chat and all of that. So yeah, uh, he's just good at that. And the thing is, if you are just starting up and you have a very little capital, scalping is the only thing that can help you to grow that capital. Scalping
True, sir.
without your emotions, okay? Scalping without your emotion, because now that I mentioned that somebody move $100 to $12,000, some of you want to do it by fire by force.
True.
It doesn't work that way. So if you want to do it and you let greed creep in, and then fear. All right. Fear is you will not allow your trade, or you see a setup, you don't enter it. Okay. Until maybe that setup has failed. Let's say somebody starts sharing screenshot. That is when you want to start trading. And
Mm-hmm.
then greed is you're already in a trade. It's giving you 100%, 200%. You don't want to claim profit. You want to use that same trade to make the whole money in the world. And before you know it, it will be coming down against you. You are still looking at it with the hope that
Mm.
it will come until it goes against you. So if you can deal with these two things, okay,
Yes, sir.
and all of that, then you should be good to go. Okay, you should be good to go.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Welcome. Any other question, guys? All right. So if there is no other question, these things I'm doing, if it works out, okay, if I do it successfully, because I'm going to record step by step how to do that, then I will equally share with you. I think, okay, it didn't go through. So I will equally share with you how to do that and all of that. So yeah, I'm going to make a step-by-step video on how to do that. Is there any limit of fund to stake for? I don't think there's any limit, okay? I don't think there's any limit. And he mentioned that you should stake at least 1 million bond, which should cost you, I don't know, maybe around 1 million bond should be more than $50 right now, or $25. I can't really say, depending on the current price, okay? So you can just go ahead and stake that stuff if you want to. All right. So there's no limit to that. The more bunk you have, the more airdrop you qualify for. I think basically that is just it. The more bunk you have, the more airdrop you qualify for. Okay, any other question before we call it a day? All right, guys, thank you so much. Look at all the setups. Okay, they'll all be shared on the Telegram platform and all of that. So look at all of those setups and see the ones that you can actually stake. Okay, please don't forget to drop the link as promised. Yes, we'll drop the link. Okay, and all of that. So yeah, thank you guys. See you on the Telegram, and our Zoom meetings going forward will be twice a week. Okay, Mondays and Tuesdays. We don't want to be doing it every day, so that we'll only have time to attend to all of those who want to learn how to trade, who want to learn how to do technical analysis and all of that, all right? So twice a week, Mondays and Tuesdays. I will be looking at between 10 and 10:30. That is why we're starting the Zoom meeting every day going forward. Thank you, guys. Okay, for new users, make sure that you go sign up for a Bybit account, claim the airdrop, and use the airdrop to start your trading journey, all right? Use the airdrop to start your trading journey. And for those of you who are trading on Bybit and you do a lot of volume, even if you have Bybit account already, okay, if you want a VIP upgrade, we can actually talk about that, right? If you are ready to transfer your KYC, I can give you a VIP upgrade. The benefit of being a VIP on Bybit is that you get featured on, events on Bybit. You get invited on events on Bybit. There is a volume you will do. Bybit will just, with all expenses paid, okay, can invite you to their head office in Dubai, all right? Just everything a VIP gets, all right? And above all, you get very low fee. So if currently Bybit is charging 0.005 or thereabout as a taker or as a maker and all of that, with that Bybit, depending on your VIP level, okay, you can get up to 50% slash on the fees that you pay once you do high volume. So if you're out there, you do very high volume, I don't mind, even if it is with other exchanges, just give us data and we'll be able to upgrade you and give you a VIP slot on Bybit and all of that. So thank you guys, all right? If you are not on the Telegram, join the Telegram and the conversation will continue from there. Bye-bye, everyone, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Or maybe when I publish that video, that is, I get it done today, I'll publish the video today, so that it starts taking bulk, tier, and all of that, so that you'll be able to qualify for airdrops if, they do another one this year, okay? So enjoy yourself and trade safe, okay? Don't risk your money, don't do any. All right. If you do any in the market, you see any. So bye-bye, everyone.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Sam.